Good evening, everybody, and it's your boy MarkN MUFCFAN. I have a treat for you this afternoon because I got my buddy Admiral Drex in the building waiting to come on stream to give you his views as long as we go with the transfer mark this evening, guys. Lots of news, lots of conflicting reports, but here we go, guys. Don't be afraid to smash the like buttons, and especially if you're new, smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can see when we're live, bro. Help us grow the channel. The more likes we get, the more people gets to see this channel. The more comments you comment, the more people get to see what's happening on this channel and get the information right to their fingertips, just like you do. Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. It's your boy, MarkN MUFCFAN, featuring Admiral Drex with the transfer mark on Thursday evening, guys. Big And big up to everyone joining us. Big up to you too, Stephanie Griffith. And you know, my buddy Drex is here. I'm pretty sure she's going to come in and say big up to you too, my bro. How are you doing? What's going on?
Bro, I'm okay. Excited to get my country just out. A long go though, but it's a win is a win. 3 points in the bag. On to the next one. I was a little bit navy. Yo, bro, you just got over
Bang!
100.
Wow. I didn't even notice, guys. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to be dropping a 30-second video to thank everyone. Thank you so much for helping me cross 100 subscribers, 101.
Big up, big up, big up, big
Bang,
up,
that
big
had
up.
to happen today. Thank you so much for letting us know, Stephanie. Big up to you all. You know, keep it coming, guys. And we got to get Drex on D-Hub Sports to 100 just now, as well as Kenny Fan TV. You know, it's all a family. You know, we're all one network of friends that do the business for Manchester United because we love Manchester United. And you know what? We're going to be one of the big networks soon. And we're international fans, people they usually call E-fans, that are mostly featured on this network, guys. You know, I'm from Trinidad, but I reside in Germany, always in England and Amsterdam. Drex is in Canada, and of course, Chiv at Kenny Fan TV. He's out there in Australia and Botswana, Poppy. For sure, you know what, that guy's always in Boston, posted in the USA, guys. So you know what? Stay tuned. And as we get into the topics, guys, let's jump right in. And the first topic we're going to talk about, because there are lots of conflicting reports.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
have to talk about this immediately because you know what? Lots of people are talking a lot of things bad. You know what? And you know what? We just want you all to know that direct conversation with manager Erik ten Hag convinced Amad Diallo to stay back at Manchester United. And this is why he's not going on loan. And the report says that Manchester United problems have on the right have well been documented, with Anthony letting manager Erik ten Hag down big time. The manager has kept supporting the Brazilian and has kept picking him despite the former Ajax star not registering a single goal or assist this season. The Dutchman also had public falling out with Jadon Sancho, and the Englishman joined Borussia Dortmund on loan earlier on this month. The severely underutilized Facundo Pellistri is also set on his way out as he's set to join Granada on loan. The reason the Uruguayan has been allowed to depart because of the return of Amad Diallo. And this is what I've been saying, guys. We can't, you know, have Pellistri, Amad, and Anthony, and another winger on the right. It's no one's going to get enough game time to develop. You know what I mean? So, you know, having Amad come back means one of them would have to go. And it's likely that it would have always been Facundo Pellistri. No exit in January for Amad. This was supposed to be an Ivorian's breakout season after a fantastic loan spell at Sunderland, where he won the Young Player of the Year award. There have been persistent rumors linking the former Atalanta starlet with a loan exit in January, with multiple Premier League clubs interested. And as you can see, Fabrizio Romano has tweeted here, and he said Amad has no plans to leave Manchester United on loan in January. Direct conversation with Erik ten Hag took place to confirm his intention to stay at Man United. No current plan on player side or any loan to championship clubs, including Borough. Amad wants to respect Sunderland. 100%, guys. But, you know, further light has been shed on this by transfer guru who has revealed that the decision was taken after the winger met with the manager, who assured
Mm-hmm.
him of regular minutes in the second half of this season. ETH talks played a crucial role, it is said. The route of playing in the second division was quashed by the player as he did not want to represent a team other than the Black Cats, and hence the Middlesbrough option did not materialize. Amad Diallo has no plans to leave Manchester United on loan in January. Direct conversation with Ten Hag took place to confirm his intention to stay at MUFC. Guys, Amad has continuously impressed in training, guys. You know what I mean? And you know, Erik Ten Hag is right to keep him and give him a chance to stay at the club and test himself and see what he has to offer. You know what I mean? Let him show his worth. And you know what? A lot of people are arguing about the amount of young players leaving on loan and they're not being given chances. But where in what team, even in the older United teams, you know, only when we had the Munich disaster, and my condolences and my apologies for mentioning that, guys, because you know how it is. But only after that did we see United field a team with more than 8 starting young players. Since then, the trend has usually been 2 to 3 young players a season. And you can go check the Google reports. It's only one season we had 5 youngsters, and that was late in Alex Ferguson's career, coming down to the end. I think it was the second to last season of his tenure. Since then, we have never seen as many youth come through as we have seen under Erik Ten Hag's first half of second season. You know what I mean? So, like, last season, we saw 5 young players come through the squad. Zidane Iqbal, Charlie Savage. You saw Garnacho, Facundo Palestri come into the squad. You know what I mean? And there was also another youngster who came in, Joe Fugel. Charlie McNeil came into the squad a few times. You know what I mean?
Yep.
2 of these youngsters are still at the club getting minutes, while the other 3, 2 of them have been sold, and 1 has been sent out on loan, who has just returned recently. And guys, this season we have seen another 5 youngsters given their debuts. Willie Kwambala, who was also told, which we will see in a report coming up, as well as Amad Diallo. You've seen Kobe Mainu, Dan Gore Jr. Hannibal Medjbury was there last season and this season, guys. You know what I mean? So you have to take it in stride. You know, we can't always develop every single one at the same time. There's gonna be time for them, but you know, we have to strategically place it so they could get the proper amount of minutes that will help their development and not just delay their development, waiting to get opportunities on the bench. Practical game time is very important to the development of all young players, guys. And let's go right into it, guys. As I mentioned, some news about another youngster who Ten Hag has already let the club know no to loans. He will be getting minutes. I like him, and he has shown he deserves minutes. And we are talking about the defender, young Frenchman Willie Kwambala. You know what I mean, guys? And the emerging talent of Willie Kwambala, guys. Manchester United plan to rebuff interest emerging talent after Ten Hag has granted senior debut this season. Willie Kwambala is attracting loan interest after his promotion to Manchester United senior squad. The 19-year-old was granted his maiden outing in the first team last year in place of numerous sideline centre-backs when the Reds took on West Ham United. At London Stadium prior to Christmas, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Rafael Varane, and Victor Lindelof were all unavailable, so spaces open up for Kwambala to partner veteran Johnny Evans. You know what I mean, guys? And indeed, United suffered a dismal 2-0 defeat at the hands of the Irons, but the supporters were left optimistic by the youngsters' mature showing on the big stage. Kwambala then made a brief cameo in the closing stages of Boxing Day triumphant comeback win over Aston Villa, as well as the side's third-round FA Cup victory over Wigan Athletic. He has been named on the bench for the past 2 league games, and he's attracting a lot of loan interest, guys. You know what I mean? This young starlet. But, you know, didn't he play against Liverpool?
Yeah.
And they didn't mention that. He played in the 0-0 draw against Liverpool, which was not mentioned in the article, guys. So, you know, this article as well is even downplaying his performances. Because from my perspective, I think this youngster is at the
Maybe
is a
maybe I
defending
maybe
level.
it's just an oversight. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
an
maybe it was
oversight.
just an oversight, bro. But like, you know what I mean? I'm just, letting them know that they need to make sure to keep the information coming.
100.
Shea Lacey can play on the right as well in the future, the next big talent after Garnacho and Menu, plus Dan Gore as well. I like Ahmad. He needs some game time. Shame we can't win games convincingly to use as subs. 100% Stephanie Griffith. And this is the biggest reason why the senior players have to be at fault, because their performances are what is lacking, that are not allowing the youth to get the time and the game time they deserve. Because if they scored multiple goals in games, these youngsters would get more minutes. And that's my word on that, guys. You know what I mean? So let's keep it moving. Keep it moving, because there's lots of information to run through, guys. I'm going to talk about another young Manchester United's academy graduate who has just recently been sold. And this youngster has played a part in why the young the young Hannibal Mejbri has gone to Sevilla,
To
because they are
Sevilla.
said to be very good friends. And because he is there, the other one is set to have his chances. And Manchester United Academy star joined Sevilla, and we're talking about young Mateo Mejia. Mateo Mejia joined Sevilla on a permanent transfer from Manchester United. 20-year-old who never made a senior appearance for the first team will move to Sevilla, where he will be joined by United loanee Hannibal Mejbri. Guys, more of a Sevilla's social media team were quick to make a meme about signing 2 United players in January as well. However, the La Liga side have not paid a fixed fee for Mejia, but it will be determined on his success and performances on the pitch for Sevilla. The deal includes significant sell-on clause from any future transfer. This shows that United are finally waking up in the transfer market, and their players ahead of Mejia in the pecking order at Old Trafford. Mejia has trained with the first team and was included in the squad when they went on preseason tour to the USA in the summer. He has been limited to Premier League 2 appearances this season, and it makes sense for his career to leave now. The Spanish-born Colombian youth international joined United in 2019 and from Real Zaragoza. Guys, and this youngster, he is a talent, and I know a little bit about him because, he plays for Colombia. That's my side of the region. I watch a lot of Ball as well as CONCACAF, so, he is talented, but at the same time, like I would always say, some of these things you cannot control, because at the end of the day, we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot give every single one a chance, you know? It's one of those things where some of the youth will have to be sold, but we can't give everyone a chance. And guys, I'm going to move right along to this one before we give a little brief on Mejia. And guys, it's just a bit of information as Manchester United complete a 3-man centre-back shortlist after planning summer defense revamp. Guys, I'm telling you, look out for this one. Manchester United are already making plans for the summer transfer window after tumultuous start to the season. They seemingly be starting with a back line. And with Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 25% stake still in the process of being ratified by the Premier League, supporters have been urged by numerous outlets to keep their expectations low throughout January. Any potential arrivals are likely to be loans or dependent on funds acquired from sales, which has not happened as of yet. As such, Eric Ten Hag is planning to see out the term with the current players he has at his disposal, but has begun eyeing defensive revamp, according to ESPN. Who United could sell and sign? Johnny Evans and Rafael Varane are out of contract in June. United have opted against triggering the latter one's extension, while Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire may be offloaded if suitable offers arrive. In turn, a three-man shortlist ideal targets has been drawn up, consisting of Bayern Munich's Matthias de Ligt, Nice's John Claire Todibo, and Everton's Jared Branthwaite, all of which are likely to cost a pretty penny given their ages and value to their respective clubs. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about this, because this is the interesting one, guys. You know what I mean? So now you know why there are no more talks of Todibo at the moment. And now you know why there are lots of talks of Jared Branthwaite and Matthias de Ligt. So what are you saying, guys? Do you think that Manchester United have turned a corner and they are doing well in their bid to get transfers out the door change the ethos at United and start becoming a better selling club, as well as better club in development of youth players, and using that avenue to also further help boost sales and revenue at the club. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Drex, what are you thinking about the news that we just briefed, my bro?
Yo, bro. It's honestly, it's the new boss coming in trying to maybe establish themselves or make their presence known, right? The young kids going. You talked about Ahmad coming in and Ten Hag having him in his plan. He had a seat. I had a one-on-one talk with him and told him, okay, yo, you're my plan going forward for this the rest part of the season. I don't know how much more next season, but um now, when that happened, right, I'm like, okay, so what's the deal with Pelestri? Pelestri definitely for sure has to go on loan, and it's a good thing we know Pelestri is going on loan. It gives the kid some game time. I hope he does well on loan, right? And I also hope that not just having a one-on-one talk with Ahmad and we don't get to see Ahmad play or get some game times in the remaining part of the season. Now with the youths that have been on loan in terms of we've had Alvaro Fernandez leave on loan. We've had was Meya leave on loan as well, right? Hannibal as well. So it's for me, even we even have Sancho, right? So, but for me, it's I hope they do well on loan, so we could actually get good value for them, because I know they're not coming back. The only person that might come back is Pelestri. If Meya does well on loan, he's gone. If Alvaro Fernandez does well on loan, he's gone. If Hannibal does well on loan, see, let me tell you something. They say Benfica says he has to play 50% for them to make it permanent, right?
No, no, no. Is a Let me explain the contract for you just now. The contract with for Fernandez is a loan option, is a buy
Mm-hmm.
option, right?
Why
But
happen? Yeah.
United have two things in the buy option. They have a buyback clause, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have refusal
First
on the
refusal.
permanent move. So if they
Yeah.
decide they want to get him back after the loan,
Mm-hmm.
they could still get him back.
No, but I think Benfica will just do what's best for Benfica in with that transfer. But we just have to wait and see. Mark, it seems like I might have to dash out of this place and
Yeah,
go
yeah.
do
I'm just gonna
the
talk
animal.
to get your quick info on the Anthony Martial situation. We
Yo,
will
the
check
the
out
Anthony Martial
that
the Anthony Martial
Nigeria center
situation.
back Drex. That's your homework. You know, I was
Oh,
gonna
go Mark
mention
Winifrey and
the
hold his strong
goalkeeper
face.
from Equatorial Guinea, guys, because he's been lighting up for me. In my opinion, I've seen lots from him. But let me just go into the story really quickly about Anthony Martial so I could get Drex's opinion before he hops off to start the stream for Africa Cup of Nation, guys. So Anthony Martial agent rubbishes completely false reports that the star was ordered to train alone by Eric Ten Hag. Recent report covered by the People's Person relayed that Martial was instructed by his manager to train separately from the main group due to fitness concerns. Technically, that is true. Martial has not played for United since the 3-0 defeat at the hands of Bournemouth on the 9th of December. The Frenchman has missed a number of games that had followed. Whenever asked for the reason behind the Frenchman's continued absence during his previous media obligations, Ten Hag repeatedly provided evasive and only stated that the striker was not fit enough yet. It was stated that the Dutchman told the goalscorer that he would only be selected to play after he regained match fitness. And the key is after he regained match fitness, guys. And here's why. Martial agents spoke to Sky Sports and rubbished such insinuations. Lamboulé said, "What is said about him is completely false. He was not excluded from the group and has no problem with the coach, Eric Ten Hag. Anthony has been in Manchester United for 9 seasons, and if he wasn't a great professional, he wouldn't have been at the club for so long." Remember that he said if Anthony hadn't been a great professional,
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't be at the club so long. He is simply going to undergo a small operation on his abductors. So if Ten Hag said he's not fit and he's going to undergo a small operation on his abductors, guys, then Ten Hag was telling the truth, wasn't he?
No, but that's the thing. People just want to just run because now they don't like Ten Hag, and it's player FC here. Most people just like Marshall blindly, which I don't have a problem if you like a player, right? But do it with sense. Don't do it with your butt on the floor. Do it with what's in your head. If you don't have, then go get some, right? Don't just be coming out and spewing garbage and making just because you feel like you don't like the manager, so he's always fighting people. No, report had it that he wasn't fit and he wasn't fit. And the question is, um when has saying a player isn't fit now falling out? If a player isn't fit, he isn't fit.
Exactly, my brother.
Because
Exactly.
I don't get this thing where they say a player is not fit and the fans, because they just want to create some sort of controversy, just make it look like, okay, the manager is fighting with his players. Which now I'm so happy that Lambole came out and just rubbish the old reports, and everybody that has been, but you will still find people out saying, oh, it's to make Ten Hag look good, it's to make the club look good. But I don't care. The agent has come out to say, because I remember during the time of Jose Mourinho, that they said Martial was injured. Then Martial's missus at that time actually took to Twitter and said that's not true, right? So it's if just because you like a player and the manager said what he said, or reports comes out and say and what was said, doesn't make you should just go ahead and start rubbishing the manager because you don't like him. And for everybody that actually went against the manager, do you actually want to keep a Marshall in this club 9 years and he hasn't really done anything? Do you want to keep a Marshall? That's my take. So when you hear reports, like sometimes I don't even read the report. When the report about the thing came out yesterday with the Sheikh Jassim and everything, I'm like, once I just saw Ben Jacobs at the bottom, I'm like, yo, man, some of these things I don't run with it. I have to wait for the next morning because I knew something was gonna happen the next morning, right? You'd have to wait. People just like to jump on stories and just try to create controversies and try to get the likes and try to get the views. And, but you have to do it with wisdom. You have to be sensible when you do things like that. So,
100%, bro.
Mark, big up
100%.
yourself. I have to jump off the stream and join my people on the Africa
Yeah, and
Nation.
guys, I'm gonna close the stream as well because my channel is also covering what Drex is covering, the African Cup of Nations. But don't be afraid. Danny B, Saturday mornings is the morning when I talk about young emerging talents, and I have a few emerging talents, one coming out from the PSG Academy, Trinidad born youngster. There are actually 5 Caribbean talents on that list, and I'm going to add Gonzalo Escudero as well as Igor Ogbu. I will add them both to the list, do some player profile, guys, and you can be sure on Saturday morning there's going to be a player profile stream with young players up and coming that Manchester United and other clubs in the Premier League should be taking a look at based on the cost and availability. Guys, I'm going to just mention briefly some information about Karim Benzema, who, has recently been set and said that Manchester United are interested in getting him. And the reports are stating that he may as yet remain an Al Ittihad player, but you never know, guys, because as I've been saying to Mick earlier, Glazernomics is key in this type of deal. And what we do know and the history of the Glazers is that these guys love shirt sellers. And I mean, you know what? Maybe Benzema is going to be a very good footballer for the club, help train Hoyland and give the experience and share it around to the young attackers like Garnacho. Who knows? Maybe he might even find and light a fire in Marcus Rashford, you know. But definitely Ahmad and the likes of Garnacho and Hoyland are going to benefit a lot from this guy, and he's probably going to score goals. So look out for it. It's going to be a long shot, guys, but you never know what might happen, right? Yeah, but Benzema is a creative striker, Danny B. You know what I mean? He's one of those players who drop deeps and create. So you never know. And plus, some strikers demand a certain type of energy, and you never know. You know what I mean? He might get the fancy of the other wingers. We all know Rashford is not the greatest assister, but you never know what could happen, guys. Maybe these guys are trying, and maybe a new spark is what they need, but you never know. And you know what? There are reports of Inter Milan, Fenerbahce, as well as Galatasaray in for Anthony Martial. And if his agent says he's going to do surgery, Manchester United might be considering to terminate his contract, pay off his contract. So, guys, you never know what could be happening. Let's stay tuned as the news develops. Just like people are saying out there that the Ten Hag was, pushing Anthony Martial out of the door. He's not. Anthony Martial needs to have surgery. So technically, he is actually unfit because his abductors need to be operated on. So he was not lying. And you know what? The media is always trying to create some form of toxicity with Manchester United. But guys, yes, Karim is quality even at his age, but can't. Exactly. The wages might be expensive, but guys, you know what? You never know. And the dude might push us to top 4. You never know because, we're not that far off. At our worst, Manchester United have only ever been as much as 7 points off top 4. And that's at our worst this season. Imagine if we get to somewhere near our best where we could end up. And I'd leave you with that, guys. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to smash the like buttons. Leave your comments in the non-live section. And subscribe and hit the notification bells if you're new. Right, guys? Help the channel spread. Share it along so everyone could get in touch and, see the content. And if they like it, they'll be in the comments. And we'll be reading them out for everyone to interact. Hope you all have a great evening. Join us for the stream that we're having with the AFCON. It's definitely Ghana against Egypt. And I hope the Ghanaians come up big tonight and send Egypt packing. Guys, have a good night. See you all tomorrow morning with the daily update. I'm going to bring you some news, and I got a lot of news for you guys. So hope you have a good night, and I'll see you all later. Ciao. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me. Stephanie Griffith, big up to you. Big up to you, Danny B. And not only big up to Danny B, big up to Craig Warby. Thank you, my bro. Always seeing you. Hope you all have a good evening. Catch you later. Oh.